My sweet girl.
Ja,
Reads me like a book.
moin moin Leute, hier ist wieder Fuman
Anything from her.
und wir spielen weiter Vampyr. Wir haben eben gerade die Medizin gemacht hier. Sprechen mit Edgar Swansea. Mal gucken, wir können uns ja noch mit ein paar anderen Leuten mal unterhalten hier.
Good evening,
Ach,
Doctor.
das ist der Doktor,
I
der
believe we're going to be working
den
together.
Totenschein da
Dr. Reed.
ausgefüllt hat.
Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a
nee, Dr.
great
Reed.
admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me
von
something
sich.
about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you
Arzt
choose to be a
geworden?
doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Okay, scheint ja echt eine ganz große Nummer gewesen zu sein. Medizinische Untersuchung. Was kann ich denn da oben noch machen? Ah, okay. Ach so, das ist dies. Mit denen in die Dings muss in die einem Ort führen, wo ich sie aussaugen kann. Okay.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Genau.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
Okay. Mal wieder was über ihn erfahren.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Pembroke Hospital.
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Do you need help
Sie
with
meine
anything
Hilfe?
in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay. Ach, da kann ich die medizinische Untersuchung. 2400 EP würde er uns geben. Okay.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True, true. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Okay. Bürgerhinweis. Als Vampir kannst du einen Bürger mit Hilfe eines gefundenen Hinweises dazu bringen, Informationen preiszugeben. Blaue Dialoge, okay. Transfusionsmethode.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
aktiv bleiben. Erzählen Sie mir.
Tell me Mr.
Geschichte.
Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Ah, die ganzen Dialoge sind doch recht umfangreich hier alles. Unbekannt, jetzt habe ich was über ihn erfahren. Da ist noch eine Patientin, mit der können wir uns auch noch mal eben kurz unterhalten. Verlappung des Blutes. Bedenke, dass dir das Blut von Bürgern eine große Menge EP gewährt. Suche Bürger deiner Bandstufe oder niedriger und wähle sie mit Bedacht aus. Na, die hat doch bestimmt keine große Bandstufe hier, oder?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Das wollen wir ja noch mal sehen, ob du ein Vampir bist.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Schreiben
Please,
Sie mir dieses Gefühl.
Describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
Sie vom
I see.
Cotard-Syndrom gehört.
Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Okay.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Ich glaube, du bist völlig Mischugge, meine Liebe.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Okay.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you,
Good.
Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder why the Gospels came here in the first place.
Fragen Sie Gwyneth Benich zu Behandlungsfehlern. Ach so. Wer ist er hier?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience
Ah,
you
das
in
ist Mr.
some way,
Ackroyd.
Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Ha. Haben Sie ein
If you have
Problem
a
mit
problem
mir?
with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Kein Grund für
There
eine
is no
derartige
need for
Anfrage.
such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Ach, hier, das ist immer das, was ich freigeschaltet habe. Die Gedanken zu Stricklands Forschung.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I really hope you're
Ah, ich
right
vertraue.
about this, Dr. Ackroyd. I'm trusting your judgment on this.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his responsibilities, Dr. Reed. There is no need for you to be looking over my shoulder.
Na gut. Zurück. Persönliche Fragen können wir doch bestimmt auch noch machen, oder? Ich habe mir als Arzt
I don't know what
Sporen
you've heard
verdient.
about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Im Moment ist meine Motivation Blut, glaube ich. Hochwertiges Blut.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Ja,
time.
man merkt schon,
We'll
dass
talk
das
later.
von den Machern von Life is Strange kommt. Also Dialoge sind doch sehr komplex. So. Viele Unbekannte. Fertig 2600 EP. Massmisieren 4, okay. 2. Aber ich fertig. Ach, das ist der hier diesen Eingriff braucht, wo wir eben drüber geredet
Good
haben.
evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
Erzählen Sie mir
I'm
von
just a
sich.
regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Ärzte
Tell me
erörtern
about the
ihren
doctors
Fall.
who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies.
Okay, persönliche Fragen. Weshalb die Schuldgefühle gegen...
Tell me about your
wegen
injury,
Verletzung.
Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Okay.
How could your job be
Pausiert wegen
responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Ja. Den Tod.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
Was hat der denn? Oh, den könnte ich jetzt aufsaugen.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
EP.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Gesamt 800 EP könnten wir eigentlich gebrauchen, oder? Aber wo locke ich sie denn hin? Oh, hier gibt es noch was zu looten.
You always
Hier
need
gibt's
words to
noch was
calm
zu.
the children, Helen.
Glasfiole.
What a blundering idiot. I'm so tired.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Ah, du kommst jetzt erstmal mit mir. Ach, mir wird sogar ein Weg angezeigt, wo ich ihn aussaugen kann. Das ist ja cool. Oh, wir gehen jetzt erstmal schön raus hier.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Erstmal wird Habba gemacht.
All I wanted was to go back to work. To take care of my children.
Oh, das ist aber auch krass, ey. Oh, ein bisschen Leichen plündern. Zerknitterter Brief. Wo war das denn jetzt noch? Da. Hä? Okay. Scheint ja nicht. Aber 2000 EP. So, jetzt brauchen die beiden Doktoren wenigstens nicht mehr um ihn streiten.
Giant morgue disguised as a hospital. That's Pembroke nowadays.
So. Jetzt glaube ich erstmal in meinen Raum wieder und mal die EP ausgeben, denke ich mal. EP können wir bestimmt einiges machen. Körper bis Schnelle Regeneration erhöht die Regeneration deiner Lebenspunkte, wenn bis im Kampf verwendet wird. Was kostet das? 300. Stufe 1. Ja, warum kann ich das nicht machen? Achso, Stufe 1 habe ich schon. Okay. Dann machen wir nochmal Stufe 2. 10% Heilung beim Biss. Sprung, Defensive, Gerinnung. Blutbarriere. Das hatte ich ja schon mal. Großer Durst. Erhöht deine Blutaufnahme, wenn Biss im Kampf benutzt wird. Wissenschaft, Munitionstasche. Erhöht die Anzahl der Kugeln, die du tragen kannst. Das ist auch cool. Ah, gleich eine zweite Stufe noch. Fester Biss. Erhöht den verursachten Schaden, wenn Biss beim Kampf benutzt wird. Taktisch Schatten. Blutspeer. Autophagie könnte man vielleicht auch nochmal eine Stufe hoch machen, oder? Boah, 1300. Okay. Das war teuer. Ach so. Habe ich noch nicht gemacht. Hä? Warum geht das nicht? Ach so, warum geht das nicht? Ja. Weil ich 5 EP zu wenig habe. Was haben wir hier noch? Dann machen wir doch nochmal hier plus 100 Gesundheit. Das ist mal ganz gut. Würde ich sagen. Physische Stärke. Großer Durst, wird die Blutmenge, wenn Biss im Kampf benutzt wird. Das hört sich auch gut an. Hä? Achso. Großer Durst, Stufe 2. So, dann haben wir mal ganz gut was ausgegeben. Das scheint auch nicht schlecht zu sein. Du brichst die Blutzirkulation in den Venen deines Ziels und machst es wehrlos. Ja, egal, sieht aber ganz gut aus. Okay. Ach so, jedes Mal, wenn ich ins Bett gehe, geht eine Nacht, also ein Nachtende. Deine Taten haben die Wirtschaft des Bezirks verändert. Alles klar. Die Preise und Waren der Händler in diesem Bezirk können sich geändert haben. Ich habe aber auch gar keinen Händler getroffen. Naja, ist klar. Ich glaube, wir machen jetzt auch nochmal Schluss für Folge 7 sind wir jetzt, glaube ich, ja. Na gut, wenn es euch gefallen hat, wie immer, Like und vielleicht sogar ein Abo. Auf Wiedersehen, euer Fu.